Luckily for the dogs, they've already consumed most of the carcass. It's not worth risking an all-out fight. So they surrender the scraps and head back toward the den. But the short battle has taken a toll. One of the dogs was injured in the brawl. For a lone predator, this could be a death sentence. But the pack will feed and care for her until she heals. Their bond is that strong. At the den, the hunters are greeted by an enthusiastic horde. The pups make distinct chirping sounds and lick the mouths of the adults. This triggers an instinctive reaction. The adults regurgitate partially digested meat, the equivalent of puppy chow. With bellies full, the pack can spend the afternoon resting in the shade. At their hillside den, the Xi'an pack has slept off its meal. With the impala herd back in the neighborhood, they're eager for another try. But now the injured female also stays behind with the sitter. The pack is down to just 8 hunters, with even more mouths to feed at home. Success today is critical. The terrain presents a different battlefield than either of their previous hunts. It's more open, with less dense woodland. The impala have a clear view in all directions and plenty of room to run. This calls for a different attack strategy. It's the one that African wild dogs were born for. Nearby, the impala are gripped by a powerful force. The rutting season has begun. Males are laying claim to the females. Breeding rights are decided in a head-on challenge. Horns are sharp, but layers of extra thick skin protect their head and neck from stab wounds. The victor must work full time to keep his females away from other males. The upheaval makes the herd less cohesive and less vigilant. And wild dogs know how to exploit any weakness. Lightphase leads the Xi'an pack single file toward a small splinter herd. This will be no short skirmish. The charge is a lengthy, high-endurance assault. The impala are on flat land near a stream bed. With the ground more open and the herd spread out, the dogs widen their battle line. The plan is to harass the herd and get them on the run. Then they must select one individual, isolate it, surround it, and bring it down. Success will require perseverance, cooperation, and perfect timing. The dogs start slowly, conserving energy, closing in. Until close becomes too close for comfort. The charge is on. For a while, the dogs don't appear to be hunting at all, just running with the herd. But they're testing and assessing each opponent's strength. For a moment, they follow a large male, then a small and swift female. In each case, the impalas elude their pursuers. Then one of the dogs sets its sights on a big male impala. Roxy picks up the pursuit, then Lightface. They ramp up to full attack speed of 40 kilometers per hour, all following this one target. He's strong, but he can't seem to pull ahead. He flees toward a line of trees along the stream bed, where he might have a chance of escape. But then, inexplicably, he swerves back, right into the path of the dogs. It is a fatal error. There are no second chances. The Xi'an pack have executed a picture-perfect hunt. It might seem like a simple chase and tackle, but it's much more. They've managed to catch an animal that's bigger, stronger, and faster than they are. That took a good battle plan, and the skill to capitalize on critical factors from the beginning. The impala were distracted by the rut when the dogs arrived. Competing males split the large herd into several smaller groups. Did this give the dogs the advantage? When they enter the flight zone of one group, the impala spook. This sets off a chain reaction from group to group. Fragmented as they are, the herd still reacts as one. Any discord within the herd evaporated in the face of danger. The impala's distraction and lack of vigilance were not factors. Instead, the Xi'an pack faced a long endurance chase, and that's exactly what these dogs were built for. As the pace of the hunt intensifies, the dog's physical adaptations begin to play a key role. Once they've targeted the slow-moving male, they shift into high gear. A dog's body stores a reserve of oxygen-carrying red blood cells. Running triggers the release of these cells into the bloodstream. The turbo boost of oxygen prevents muscle fatigue. So the dogs can keep running even as their quarry begins to tire. When they catch up to the target, experience and instinct tell them how to handle it. They don't bunch up close around the prey. That would make it too easy for the antelope to escape. Instead, they fan out, operating a kind of zone attack. The impala evades one dog, but it runs into the zone of the other. With all dogs working in tandem, they launched the critical tactic, isolation. They herd the impala away from the others, out on its own. It explodes toward the grove of trees along the stream bed. But now it's alone, on unfamiliar ground. Instinct tells it to turn back and rejoin the safety of the herd. The dogs appear to understand this. They form a wedge between the male and its herd mates, pushing him further toward the stream until instinct takes over and he swerves directly into the dog's path. But the question remains. A big male impala should have been strong and fast enough to escape. So why did he seem to weaken and slow? As it turns out, this hunt was decided before it began. He was a young male eager for his first chance to breed. For the past 2 weeks, he had devoted his attention and energy to jousting other males and pursuing females. The endeavor left him exhausted. He had little stamina left for a 5-kilometer endurance run. Victory at the mating game came at the highest cost. On the stream bank, the Xi'an pack finally claims its prize. Always with order and speed. And always followed by freeloaders. With each hunt, they have become closer, more in tune with one another, and better at working as a team. Light phase is the last to leave. Vultures take care of the rest. The victorious hunters arrive with their bellies full of food to share, with their wounded packmate, the puppy sitter, and the ecstatic pups. The little ones are one meal closer to surviving into adulthood. In about 2 months, they will join the adults on the hunt. Then they will begin to hone the skills and strategies that make their kind one of the most successful predators on Earth. Those that survive will increase the Xi'an pack's foothold at Umfolozi. Given enough space and a fighting chance, wild dogs will reclaim a place on the African landscape. They have the skills and the strategy to succeed. Most importantly, they have each other.